The Sacramento Railroad Museum, or actually California State Railroad Museum, Sacramento, California. Got a lot of small exhibits here. I'm going to mostly focus on the rail stuff here. Path through the mountains, blah blah blah. So, Governor Stanford. We here for tour. No tours today. Isn't that silly? It's a holiday weekend. They don't have any trains running. They don't have any tours. Just because it's a Monday. They normally do that on weekends. So, yeah, it's kind of pathetic. It seems like everything only happens on Sundays. So, unfortunately, there's only one Sunday a week. And, well, anyway. No climbing, huh? That's my first guess. 10 miles of track laid in one day, April 28th, 1869. Okay. So if Elon Musk was alive in 1869, we know what he would have been doing. This is a nice big building though. Ooh, narrow gauge. This looks like 7.5-inch gauge. Jupiter. There's mud. Okay. Phoenix Iron Bridge Company, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 72.6 feet. Originally 90 feet. Always talking about the bridge. I was worried about the car here. Okay. So what is this? Virginia and Trucker Railroad, number 16. Okay. So here's one. Okay, I see. I'm gonna go down here. They have dim lighting in here, but I think that's so they can light up the cars from the inside. You can see how cool it is. You can see these cars here on the left, they're fenced off. You can't really go up to them. Notice the stuff is falling off. That's funny, those look like woodpecker holes. I wonder if woodpeckers really would have pecked at a wooden rail car. Very interesting. This, look, there's like a wall missing, however you say that. But it's kind of cool because then you can see inside how they built it. A little smaller than 2x4, so I'm not sure what you call that. Lumber. Wood. Genuine wood. Ooh, there's a way up here. Cool. This is cool because inside, oh, this is weird. They don't really have it rigged for passengers. It's like held up with boards or something so it doesn't fall apart. On.
All right, come on in, Mr. GoPro.
49 or 4294. What do all these numbers mean down here?
Well, the 4294 is the number of the locomotive.
Yeah, serial number.
All right, you could call it that.
Okay.
It's an identification number. If you move to your left, if you can see it, AC-12 is the model number of the locomotive. AC stands for Articulated Consolidated. Consolidated is a locomotive with 4 sets of drivers. Articulated Consolidated has 2 sets of 4 drivers.
Oh, wow.
And 1 set articulates, moves back and forth. That's how you can get a really long locomotive down a track.
Oh, wow.
So that's why this is known as an AC-12, 12th revision, which means there is an AC. I think they started in like number 3 all the way through 12.
Okay.
First one built 1909, last one built 1944. So they modified it as they went. I'm talking real fast here, so I can
yeah,
tell you
that's
a quick
okay.
story. So they modified it as they went. As you can imagine, anything, they would just new improvements, make them bigger, faster, better.
Right.
So the 12. All right, and then so AC 63, Articulated Consolidated. 63 is the size of the drive wheels.
Oh, so that's inches in diameter?
63 inches in diameter. And then yeah, and then 24, 24, 32 is the size of the cylinders, 24-inch diameter cylinders, and then a 32-inch stroke. So it's so it helps kind of calculate what the power would be. And then 532, that's the number of square feet. That's the weight on a set of drivers, 532,000 pounds per set of drivers. And then SF means it's got a superheater and a feed water heater.
Oh, okay.
So this thing pulls into a shop, and they've never seen it before.
I figured SF would have been San Francisco.
Yeah, I would think so. But it's superheater, feed water heater, so that it pulls into a shop, they can figure what they got to do. Step on in.
Okay. I'll be quick.
Where are you from?
Salem, Oregon.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
I was just in Salem not about a month ago.
Yeah, where I work, we're shut down for a week, so I'm
so
taking
you're having a
advantage
good
to go to a
time.
different rail park every day.
Yeah, well, good for you.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
You know what you're looking at then if you're going to rail parks.
Well, each one's a little different.
Yeah,
Mostly I've been doing narrow gauge.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's our firebox. So you're in the Southern Pacific Cab 4, really large steam engine. And so the firebox is a little bit larger than most fireboxes would be, because at the time this one was built, they realized to get a lot of extra heat shoved into the water by making bigger fireboxes.
Yeah.
So it's not just heat transfer in the boiler, it's heat transfer in the water jacket that goes around the firebox. In this case, it's radiant heat, kind of like from the sun, as opposed to convective and conductive heat. In this case, it's radiant heat.
What fuel does this run on?
Fuel oil.
Fuel oil?
Liquid fuel oil. We're backwards. If you notice the cab's in front, that's why they call us the Southern Pacific Cab.
So this
4.
is the front of the train?
That's the front of the train.
Locomotive right here?
Yeah. So take a look at...
Oh, that's convenient for the crew. How big would the crew be for this? Just two?
Just
or
two,
three?
maybe 5, really,
Wow.
for the whole train.
Oh, yeah.
So take a look at this picture right here.
The top one, big boy?
No, you're one in the middle, the Cab 4.
Okay.
Big boy's on top. Everybody knows what the big boy is.
I've never seen it in person, but yeah,
Well, neither have I, but I've seen a lot of pictures. So just notice it's it's backwards. Smokestack
Heavy.
is behind you. Why? Because it's going through 37 miles of snow sheds and tunnels.
That makes sense,
And
yeah.
they're almost continuous. So you hit these tunnels and snow sheds, and if you're in like the big boy in front, and you got this amount of steam and smoke coming up, it's coming right into the cab.
That's the thing I don't like about like a lot of modern passenger trains that run on diesel. The passengers are sitting behind the diesel, and then they're breathing all those diesel fumes.
You got that right, particularly when you're going through a confined space.
Yeah.
Now that broke. This is a tragedy. This is our little model to show you how things work. Something fell off it. That's okay. All right, so
there's supposed to be 4 wheels in the front too, so it's 4884.
Yeah, and they're off. But see, this shows the articulation. See that the front set of drivers actually pivot. That's the purpose of all that.
So it can do tighter corners or whatever.
Yeah. We got another model. That one downstairs. Let me turn off my light here. I take 2 people operate a steam engine, as you may know. Fireman on this side, engineer on this side. Sit in the fireman's seat if you'd like. This is the fuel oil addition valve. You remember it?
So you squeeze it to go faster?
Well, no. You do that and just make more steam.
Oh, okay.
The engineer's going to control speed. So your job is to make sure the engineer has all the steam he needs. He or she needs. So this is the
so keep it a certain PSI?
Yeah. You
We're
want
0 now. You're gonna have to turn it on.
Yeah. Well, you stay here long
Is
enough.
this thing in working condition?
No.
Oh, okay. I figured with the fake fire in there, there's something going on.
Yeah. It's not going to work. Now, if you want to hold this clip up, move this back and forth. So that's
that releases it, so you can. Wow, it's a
allows
little
you
bit
to bring
tricky.
in a little more oil. Make your fire get a little stronger. Keep the pressure up. Then the engineer will.
Which way is up? Like pull it back to go up?
Well,
or
I'm
forward?
guessing it's a regular valve, so towards me it's going to make it bigger.
Okay. Full steam ahead.
Yeah. So what you got is you got a small little addition.
So what does this control? Like the airflow into the thing?
No, that controls the flow of oil.
Oil. Okay.
That's
Fuel.
The actual oil control valve.
So that's the gas pedal.
That's the gas pedal. Well, you said you're the human carburetor.
Right.
Come on in, folks.
Oh, I can get out of their way if you want to give them a turn.
You're fine. Yeah,
Okay.
Come in. We got room for everybody here. Have you all been here before?
We've been inside once.
Well, come on in and be inside twice.
Yeah.
There you go. Come on in. Glad to have you with us. Come on in. Come on in, sir. Come on in. Yeah, unless you don't want to be.
Well, I can get over in this chair if they want you to go there.
So our
They
friend
go and
here
take pictures
from
of each
Oregon
other.
is going to act like he's the engineer. All right, so you're in this